Good morning, interwebs. It is 9:50. So I slept through for about almost 9 hours. So that's pretty good for me on a night off. I will take it just about any time. Yesterday, after I showed the harvest, we went out and pulled weeds. Probably like 3/4 done with that first row so we can get some lettuce planted. It rained so hard last night, I'll have to see what the dirt looks like today to see if I can actually pull up any more today, or we might have to have a day off from weeding. We'll just have to see. Then I had soccer practice yesterday. We had an unofficial practice because I have not actually got the roster yet. I just called the people that have played last year because the director always sends the rosters out like 3 days before the first game, and everybody kind of shows up like, really? That's it? We had four people show up, so that was pretty good. They had a fun time running around. It was not the most intense or informative practice. It was mostly just to get them all out kicking a soccer ball around again, because most of them don't do that for a large part of the year. Anyways, then watched Harry Potter with Kendra and played some video games with the kids. And now I am up. Water's on to boil for raspberry oatmeal again. I have my cup of coffee all poured, and who knows what today's going to bring. I don't really have anything set in stone planned or anything specific planned. We'll just kind of plug along as we want to.
Good morning, interwebs. It's like just before 12:40. I've been up for several hours. I got up and I immediately showered and got dressed. I'm wearing my pink Havana shirt dress. I love this dress. But I then decided to edit the vlog that I chose not to edit last night because instead Steve and I watched his third Harry Potter for a while. I mean, he's seen them all. Technically, I found out last night, apparently he remembers like none of them because he was more asleep than I was aware. But anyways, he has technically sat through them before, but we're sitting through them again, and this time he's trying to be more awake. So, I chose not to edit the vlog last night. Instead, I frogged all the things, and now I'm making myself some frothed milk for my coffee because I deserve it, because I just edited the longest vlog. I got it down to just under 20 minutes, and I probably could have made it shorter, but it's very difficult to edit the joint vlogs because when I talk to you, I am almost pre-editing because I know like what I'm saying and where I'm going with things, and since I'm going to put the video together, like I have all the details already, in place. But when Steve films, that is not the case. And then I have to try and make them cohesive and not too repetitive and redundant and repetitive and redundant. And yeah, that's just a little bit more challenging. Plus, he was very chatty the other day, which again, not a complaint, merely a comment. So, I think I have it all whittled down to a reasonable, hugely long vlog. You're all welcome. And now I'm going to make my frothed milk. And Steve already made coffee, so I'm going to enjoy that. And then, I don't know what the rest of my day is going to look like. Like I said, I'm probably going to work some stuff in the shop this afternoon. Really, I have a few things that I started kind of frogging last night that I hadn't finished, that I think I might continue on that endeavor because currently that feels nice. And then, I don't know, we'll see what the rest of my day brings. Tonight I have a Google Hangout for patrons, so that will be a thing that happens tonight, and that probably means that I'll make some progress on either one of my 2 sweaters or one of my blankets. We'll see.
been puttering around the house this morning. Then I brought home a suitcase full of stuff that was my dad's clothes. And so I then needed them to fit in my wardrobe. So I went through and pulled out the rest of my old running shirts because I thought I had done that, but I apparently had not got all of them. So I got those out and pulled out some other shirts that I realized that I never wore and didn't really want to wear, and was in the process of kind of making them obsolete anyway. So they are now officially obsolete because they're not there anymore. And put the new stuff in, got the suitcase unloaded, and now my kids said they are ready to play Legos and they want me to build my new Yoda Starfighter. I have been wanting it for quite some time. It had probably been in my Amazon cart in the save for later thing for like 6 months, maybe 9. And I was finally like, yep, I'm getting it, because I had a couple other things that I needed to order. So I threw it in with those, and now I'm very excited to build it. So that's what we are off to do.
Well, I'm heading to bed here shortly, but I thought I would fill you in on my day. Today I went through all of my solid color yarn scraps. They are now in these bags sorted by color. I posted a picture on Instagram that showed a whole bunch of balls of yarn. That is because while it is not yet this special time, by the time you see this video, it will be Scraptember, a holiday of sorts that I've been looking forward to all year, because last year I made such good progress. I made some, of my favorite things that I made last year during Scraptember. So I went through and I pulled all the yarn that was in my drawers. I went through these and pulled out all my acrylic. I've consolidated again. This only had reds, pinks, orange, and yellow as of this morning, but now it's got the greens in there too. And then down here we have blues, and this is my one and only full skein of purple acrylic right now. And then look, empty. Now, will that stay empty in the long term? Probably not, because things are moving around, but I'm definitely using things up, I'm making space, and I am preparing for the fabric, which will be arriving at some point when I go to get it, which I've talked about before. But in addition to sorting all my acrylic yarn today, while I was on my Happenstance happy hour, which is my Google Hangout for patrons of a certain level, I went through all of my cotton yarn scraps. So these are actually set aside to make a project together. I have some more scraps that I haven't quite determined what I'm going to do with them yet. And then tonight, I started this lovely rug right here in all of its rainbowy glory. So I'm very excited with those projects. I'm enthusiastic for Scraptember to start. I'm looking forward to make videos for it, and I'm making the projects. I don't know, so far, yay. Yay. That's all I have to say about it. But now I'm going to go to sleep. So tomorrow I can hopefully have more yay energy to do yay all the things. I don't know. Tomorrow's Steve goes back to work. Oh, we watched Harry Potter tonight. We watched Goblet of Fire. And Steve stayed awake. He didn't even get snoozy at all this time. It was very strange. It almost didn't feel like watching Harry Potter. But it was enjoyable, and I worked on my rug a bunch. And actually, I started this while we were watching tonight. It was like 8:45, 9 o'clock when I started this. So, I'm pretty far. I think I'm like 2/3 of the way through. I don't really know exactly what size it's going to end up. I'm basically just going to use the yarn that I have and let that be my size determining factor, because I'm in the realm where I think that it will be a good size based on the yarn that I have set aside. I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to go to bed, and I will see you all tomorrow. Nighty night.